bunch of slap-jawed slurlers around here.
Testing. Alright, cool.
Alright,
Rez, we're merging onto the highway.
Yeah, dude. Just potentially the most dangerous part.
Dangerous one-handed drive part.
Baby, I've been driving one-handed the whole time.
Make this loop.
Coming to you live from Arkansas.
You've been driving one-handed the whole time.
Whole time, dude.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know.
Driving,
I've been sitting here like this, both hands behind my back,
waiting, dude. Oh, I'm shifting gears. I've been holding the mic all goddamn day.
Every time you fix your hat, I'm gonna freak out. This is gonna be the last evidence of us.
No, dude, it's chill. It's raining and getting dark.
Just know that we went out in the middle of a sick riff. Tell everybody that.
I do feel like we wasted all the good riffs in the first 9 hours.
We did. We got nothing left. Where are we, in Arkansas still?
I think so.
Okay.
Conspicuous territory. Dude, I'll tell you, we are
better than Oklahoma.
Yeah, but we are still in the land of sloppy fats, and I love it, dude.
Yeah, every time you stop at a Love's on the way, you see a new body of a person that you didn't know existed. Like, you just see a frame that you're like, I didn't know a person could be shaped like that.
Flesh and cloth cascading over one. And it's just suspenders that are on their last ride.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, those suspenders, literally doing heavy lifting.
Some big asks.
About to snap any moment. It reminds me of that tragedy on that bridge. From the Mothman prophecies.
Of course.
Yeah. It makes me. This is what I think of when I see these fat fuckers in their suspenders.
They're fine. I love them. They're getting work done. Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Do you even know who they voted for?
I don't care.
You piece of garbage.
They're honestly, their politics don't matter to me. They're Americana.
How dare you, dude?
They're out there.
They voted
driving
for
those
fascism.
trucks with 1 to 2 feet, depending on
how many they got.
Yeah,
How many
I'm a
feet are
little
on the
worried with the storm we're driving through, dressed as amateur storm chasers, and every truck is pulled over. I'm like, they know something we don't. Like,
yeah.
Driving into the eye of a squall right now.
Yeah, we look like Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt.
Hell yeah, that's exactly it.
We look just like them. I've always said that.
Mm-hmm.
People
Dude,
said
I feel like absolute shit after this trip. I'm gonna need to eat vegetables and fruits for a week to get back on track. By the end of Austin, it was just candy and brisket. I'm like, oh, all right.
I feel fine.
Sure.
I feel like I didn't change anything about my living habits.
Nah,
the whole
dude,
day.
you just ate yourself to sleep and went on down.
Yeah. We went to the gym. We went to the gym almost every day.
Yeah.
We went to a Planet Fitness that served piping hot water.
Yeah.
The hottest water I've ever had in my life.
I did love
kettle-ready water.
going up and watching people be confused. But because it was psychotic, it would fluctuate in temperature.
Yeah.
So if they got somebody who worked there to come over, they'd be like, see, check this out, see? And then they touch
Suddenly
it.
it's
and it was
ice
cold.
cold.
And they're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, why would you waste my time? Get back to working out, you piece of shit.
Yeah. It was real gaslighting happening to us. I'd say Austin as a whole gaslit us.
Dude, an entire town that survives off of natural gas lighting.
Yeah.
Hey, this whole scene's powered by natural gas light. I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what, once that gas light goes away, this grid goes down.
Yeah. Well, they are on their own power trip grid.
They are on their own power trip grid. Yeah.
I don't know. I genuinely loved...
Still didn't keep the mothership lights from going out.
That's crazy. We talked about that earlier.
We talked about that.
The fact that a comedy club had protesters shatter the lights.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are we as a society?
Yeah, what's going on?
It's like, we must destroy the Mecca. Like, oh, God damn it.
Do the White House first.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
I don't know.
for real.
Also, Joe's not in there. Most, like, I don't know.
He helicopters in.
Yeah.
He has Navy SEALs rappel
They drop him
down.
in the top. He does not go through any
There's
of the doors.
There's a roof access point. The snipers blow the heads off of any homeless they get close to him.
Any that are in the vicinity.
And the governor okays it because he's like, well, that's one way to deal with the homelessness problem. Personally, I wish Joe Rogan would open a comedy club on every street here in Austin. That way we could clean up the homeless in one fell swoop.
Yeah, we could put a comedy club down there yonder. Yes, sir.
I'm going to tell you right now, I wish I had a Joe Rogan on every avenue here.
I'll tell you what, I wish I had a Joe Rogan in my mother-in-law's house.
Just blowing her head off, okay? That
I
is
don't know.
crazy.
There's no way that guy has a living mother-in-law.
No.
There's
But
nobody older.
It is wild.
He's in a
that-
wheelchair.
Yeah, he's in a wheelchair, and
Yeah, it doesn't
famously,
walk. He should go and kill Tony.
we
He'd
were in.
crush.
He would
He could
murder,
be a
dude.
Kill Tony regular.
Again, I told you this. Only in Kill Tony, like, only in the
bullpen?
the bullpen, or no, but even worse, the groupthink or the mass psychosis that is waiting to go up. Only in that environment could you see a morbidly obese blind man being guided by a Sherpa up to go sign up and be like, fuck, man, some guys have all the luck. That guy's getting picked for sure.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
Yeah.
We did see the clown. Well, I guess shit. I don't know. I'm spoiling it. It doesn't. Well,
Bonus app. This won't be seen. This is seen by 4 people before that episode goes out.
we'll talk. We'll talk more about it in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of characters around there. I like it's like
Coming
it's
from us.
yeah. My favorite thing about the Kill Tony bullpen is they play on this big screen the current episode that's airing at that moment. So
Yeah.
the one that was recorded 2 weeks ago or whatever. And so you're there with like an audience of people waiting to be pulled that are just watching at full volume on a big screen this Kill Tony episode and seeing them clap like seals.
Yeah, and then,
like
every
bit.
time it pauses for a name to get called, you just feel like the aliens being like, the claw! And then you have been chosen. He will call you retard and faggot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is it just like hover?
Yeah. It's,
Well, that's yeah. I mean, that's the dream, you know.
It is, yeah. It is the dream. You know what bums me out more is seeing people who had like great sets,
Yeah,
who unironically would be like, this is going to make my career now.
yeah.
And they moved there to do it, and they did it. They had a great set. And then they're just back waiting to go up again. I'm like, God, that sucks, dude. Like, if you live in Austin and you're genuinely there doing comedy, getting better at comedy, doing your thing, and you're doing Kill Tony, good on you.
Yeah.
But, like, the folk I see that just moved there to do it, I'm like, you could just stay where you were at and learn to do stand-up.
Yeah.
And then, see how that pans out.
That's huge. Yeah, don't move to Austin, period. But also...
Well, Johnny's saying
also-
that because no good goddamn rat bastard broke his heart.
No.
You got asked to prom, and then somebody didn't want to put out.
I was gonna say that if you want to, I mean, like, yeah, don't move until, don't step out of a lifeboat until you have a foot firmly secured in another one.
Yeah,
is what I always say.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't just step out into the open ocean, waiting to be swallowed up by
I'm
a
pretty good
shark.
at treading water. I'm like, brother, your nose is going to be under the ocean waves by day's end.
Your act is gonna be bubbles.
Yeah, no. But anyways, I don't know. All that being said, the wildness that is the mothership and the Kill Tony bullpen, it was fun.
Yeah.
But I do feel like
There's a nice sense of community.
Yeah. No, that was cool. Like the camaraderie amongst comics.
Yeah.
I genuinely, it did warm me when people were like cheering for people who got called.
Yeah.
That was like, that was something that
They all want everyone to do well.
well, that didn't used to be a thing. Like earlier renditions of Kill Tony, it was very like cutthroat, and then it's like
you were pissed if anyone else
you'd
got
be in the
pulled.
same room watching the person, and so you'd be like, that should be me up there. I'd be doing so fucking good. They
Right.
fucking suck. But like now, because of like the what is it?
The secrecy.
The secrecy or like animosity of it.
Yeah.
And then it's like there's camaraderie because if people come back and do well, they're excited, and then they'll tell other people. It's like full of hope instead of resentment. So I will say the production has that going for it now instead of just everybody being fucking angry in a corner, having to piss and shit.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
that's probably the best upgrade is you are now allowed to piss and shit and be a human being.
Yeah,
while
that's
you
what
wait.
you order drinks.
Yeah,
you're
you're actually in a temperature control.
you're like, if I didn't know any better, I think I was just hanging out at a bar.
A bar, yeah.
You know?
Where it's like, oh no way, you do comedy? That's cool.
Yeah, what? How weird it is.
Yeah, and
that
then
we all
every
do
now and
comedy.
again, an absolute freak walks by, and you go, "Oh yeah."
You're like, I remember.
If
where
they
I
show
am.
up 2 weeks in a row, they're going up.
I like also when they announce, hey, the open mic that starts here, the list is out, so then everybody who got all dolled up and ready to go on Kill Tony, who's just been waiting there all night, they get something. They get
Now
a
that-
sweet little bit of stage time.
That is a little bit of crazy. I cannot get on board.
no,
with.
I could never.
Be like, no, I have to leave this building. now."
Yeah, I need to go home.
Yeah.
I need to get a slice of pizza on my walk back to the car,
Yeah.
and I want to go home and sleep. But great town.
Good town.
Good town, good people.
Good barbecue. Love our
Good
friends
vibes.
there. Our
Good
friends,
culture.
Okay, I will say this. New friends, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Old friends, crushing it.
Yeah,
So it's like the old friends are crushing
one
it.
in particular.
One for sure. A couple doing real well. And then the new friends that are working comics from that town already fucking rip.
Yeah.
Good folk. But I did feel, I don't know. There's a little bit of guilt when some of the newer people were like, how did you guys get up like twice and I've been here for a year? I was like, shit. Like,
Well,
I don't know.
and I mean, there's the fact that we get. It's easier for us to get booked on stuff because we know people and we've been around.
Well, that goes back to the like,
but also visitors' privilege
sure, visitors' privilege
cannot go understated.
But then it's like also I don't know, man. Like I don't feel like I have a ton to show for how long I've been doing it. But I guess that's one of it where it's like, yeah, just done it long enough. I know some folk and like,
Yeah,
you'll get there too.
you know a guy everywhere, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm starting to be.
Do you know how many
road
often
dog.
times I'm in a state and I go, I'm Louis Michaels' friend, and then I just wait. I wait until I wait until like.
You're gonna find a surly drifter that wants me dead one day.
Yeah,
You know
someone
Louis
say Louis Michael.
He took 3 of my teeth and one of my best women. Like, hey, one of your best.
A guy missing an ear.
Oh.
When I met Louis Michael, I had 2 ears.
And 4 women. No,
I want my ear and my woman back.
Like, listen, friend, I'll give you the woman, but the ear is mine. I've added it to my necklace, for I'm the universal goofer. I must chill out in my Subaru Outback after a night of hot riffing.
Go on back to your comedy career. If you bomb again, though, I will have the other ear. I didn't mean for that to be
That's
like
all
a
right. I
riddle.
was doing a Universal Soldier.
I know you were doing
yeah.
Universal Soldier, and
So I
then
was going to start talking about how this.
you were
the
doing Dolph Lundgren.
Well, just
and-
doing club food. I've been serving this shit up all fucking night. I'd be like, the food is good. Like Lou's just smashing fucking flatbread pizza.
What do you think? Yeah, what do you think's the craziest thing you smashed while we were down there?
Oh God, food wise.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, that Terry Black's beef rib
Yeah.
was fucking insane.
Yeah, we really made a choice.
yeah,
that
yeah.
day.
I mean,
As a midday activity.
I was like, I'll get a couple slices of brisket. I budgeted for that, and then I was like, yeah, let me get one of them beef ribs, and they like slapped it on the scale. It's
Yeah.
like, good God, that's the size of a baby. And they're like, yep,
Yeah.
$50. I'm like, okay. However, it was delicious. I will give it that.
Very good. Terry Black's very good. Did want to murder the young college folks that jumped in front of us in line.
Yeah.
I think that's is that the first time you ever saw pure unbridled rage?
Yeah, you were pretty
coming out of it?
pissed. Yeah. I was like, well, this is like the angriest I've seen you in a while.
Yeah, no, I did. I just I hated those guys so much. Like,
Well, you have a deep I
have an honor code.
anger for injustice.
Yes.
And whether it's like,
And look, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
yeah, no, I get it.
So I always
you
say.
had your NATO moment where I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
it's just a rogue
So
border
one
crossing.
guy crosses like in front of me in line. I'm like, this is why George Floyd died. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing.
It's shit like this that leads to cops like that. And you're like, whoa, easy. Sorry, my pal's just hungry for brisket.
Yeah, well,
You don't understand. He wants that meat.
yeah, I'm glad you got in front of me. I wouldn't have.
Yeah, no,
handled it.
you were gearing up to have a dad moment.
Well, I was also loud loudly insulting them to you, hoping they would hear.
They got it. To the point, well, you made their women uncomfortable, so you had your Conan the Barbarian moment. You heard the lamentations of the women. I was like, all right.
Yeah, well, somebody
and you pegged them for being like tall, but like
they're like lanky, terrible posture.
Just,
these guys,
yeah, well, tech dweebs.
Yeah,
they just slouch and they're like, our robots will kill you someday. I'm like, well, friend, your robot's not here right now.
Yeah,
so
it's me and you, and I will eat you.
Yeah.
I'm so hungry, and I'm at Terry Black's, and I've been standing in the fucking rain.
He's fixing to put you in a bit of that sweet and sassy sauce and eat you on up now.
Oh, yeah, I think I started loudly mocking their posture to you.
Yeah, you're like, fucking dumbass.
Well, I knew they weren't going to do anything.
Yeah, they were.
Because, like, the least they could have done is said, hey, can we slip in front of you? These are these gals that we know.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't even do that. So I was like, they're not going to say anything to me if I insult their posture.
No, that nice woman who, you know, she got it.
She might be nice. She's running with the wrong crowd.
Oh, absolutely.
Find new friends, lady.
Not one of them are making her orgasm.
No,
That's
no.
not a chance.
None of the robots you make in the world can figure out how to make that lady orgasm.
Barbecue line equivalent of like, are you close yet? Did you finish?
Yeah.
Like, Jesus,
dude, they were like talking politics the whole time. They were like discussing the big beautiful bill, and they're like, "Oh, you know, the interesting thing about the funding of the bill." I was like, "Fucking
dude." Meanwhile, I wanted to chime in so bad, be like, "Listen, the whole thing. I'm a single issue voter. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this about the BBB. It makes fucking suppressors easy gettables, and I'm here for it. Also, AR pistol no longer called that no more, so we can just call it an AR."
Yeah.
Like, yep.
Yeah,
yep.
That's all I know about it.
Well, I was gonna chime in and fuck with them because I'm like, if they're that pissed about that, they're gonna be irate about the gun stuff in it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, might as well piss them off back after
all the way, dude.
3 whole people joined that line in front of us at once.
No, we got double cut. There was like another group in front of them that were on some fuckery.
Crazy. Yeah, you know, I take it back. Austin sucks, dude.
Here's the thing. I wasn't going to tell you about that one while we were in line because, like, you're going to lose it. He's going to fucking be like, am I the only one that believes the fucking rules?
I do. I do. I worship the rules, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's first come, first serve. You know, none of us made reservations here.
Yeah.
It's in the rain. We all did our time waiting in the rain.
Yeah.
Okay? The second we get to any sort of coverage, we get pushed out.
Well, what's even crazier is I believe her that she said they were waiting in the car. But it was like, you guys had your beautiful princesses waiting in the rain.
That's insane.
And then you tech
Those
dorks.
aren't men, dude.
Yeah,
those
you
aren't
tech
men.
dorks are just like, oh, we'll be in the car waiting.
Well, my skin doesn't react very well to the salt and the rain.
Arid rain cloud air usually clogs my pores up, and then it makes it hard for me to become 3/4 erect. You're like, all right. Yeah. Slouchy door.
I'll only be 2 inches instead of 3.
We were the most Texans in Austin, which was crazy.
Yeah.
I now get why the rest of Texas is like Austin is.
Well, and then there are a lot of guys like LARPing as Texans. There's there's like college douchebags wearing like cowboy hats.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the fresh bought cowboy hats were hilarious.
That was, not a spot on those hats.
No, and also, again,
those are costume store hats.
Some of the real Texans in Austin are like, no, dude, we wear baseball caps in Austin because this is not a cowboy town.
Right.
You're like,
this is a city.
Yeah.
This is we have high rises.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't even get to see like one fat oil baron because they don't fuck with Austin.
No.
I was like, damn it, we should have spent.
Yeah, what are they drilling for there? Yeah,
pussy.
Yes, sir.
I am out here trying to work the oil fields.
Yes, sir. Around these parts, I like their college-age pussy because all the men have bad posture. Yes, sir. I'll go to the Terry Black's line. I'll see who needs some coverage, and I'll take good care.
I'm
yes, sir.
I'm gonna tell you 3 things I know about Terry Blacks. 1, there's not a lot of blacks. 2, the barbecue is not purely Texan. And 3, if you cut the line, you will be pissing off a Johnny Martin. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, no, great town. I loved it. Great food.
I don't know about your read on Austin.
Oh, that burger place was awesome. That burger. It was the burger food truck that we went to.
Yeah, the one that wasn't not a damn chance.
Yeah, it wasn't not a damn chance. Not a damn chance. Pretty good, a little salty, but pretty good.
Yeah, but no, then we found one like Rainy Street just had a random one because we went looking for the original Not a Damn Chance and it was closed.
Yes.
And then found just a food truck, which, by the way, I will say this, the food from the food trucks in Austin is
good.
incredible, but I'm like, man, I would kill for a few more air-conditioned, sit the fuck down, eat inside establishments.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, it's 112 degrees out, and they're like, here's your piping hot meat. Hope you boys don't mind. Most of the salt comes from your own fucking brow. You're like, okay. That's probably why those burgers were so fucking salty.
Yeah.
We were just hovering over them, sweating on our own cheese.
Yeah. An inordinate amount of salty foods all around town, I'd say.
Well, it's probably, dude, the same way that the country puts fluoride in the tap water, I think Texas has to put salt in the food to keep the electrolytes up for their poor folk.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hot here.
I will say the craziest thing we did in terms of putting stuff in our mouths.
Well, not the craziest.
When we met Tony. No, when we it was when we banged that one night.
Yeah, we did have a legit bang.
I forget, what were we?
We did pizza.
Oh, it's after we left. It was actually the night we met Tony. It was after we were leaving Mitzi. It's funny enough.
Right.
And we got pizza. We loaded up. We each got 2 giant slices.
We kind of got drunk that night.
Well, no, we got hammered.
Okay.
We got hammered, and you were mingling with McCann. And DeRosa was talking to me.
Shout out James McCann.
Shout out James McCann.
Shout out James McCann.
Shout out Joe DeRosa, who was explaining to me how to make the perfect sandwich.
It starts with a broken child. You're like, whoa, fuck, oh shit.
And then
it just tells you his life story.
Well, and as he was talking to me, I'm like, God, this is a great comic who I love and respect, and I'm just thinking about how much I want to eat a sandwich now that he's talking to me about it, and I want to get out of here and eat. And we left. We stumbled away. And we went to...
I barely remember leaving Mitzi's. Do you?
No, I don't remember leaving. I remember being in Mitzi's, and then I remember being away from
Mitzi's.
Mitzi's.
It's almost like the mothership beamed us back.
Yeah, they were like, you're done. You're done.
Yeah.
And I think Kim Cogden picked us up and dropped us outside.
She's a hardy gal.
She's Tony's muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then... We got each got 2 giant slices, and then we sat down by these food trucks to eat them, and you were looking at me and you're like, you thinking bang bang? And it took me forever to figure out what you meant by that. And then we got went to the grilled cheese truck. We got giant big sloppy grilled cheese sandwiches with like fries or something.
I got a regular grilled cheese and a tomato soup.
Yeah, and then we met a guy.
You proceeded to get the Slop Hog Deluxe.
I did. I got the Slop Hog
the
Deluxe.
Fucking Slop Hog Deluxe.
Hey, that's.
And then we met.
That should have been the name of the podcast.
Yeah.
We met the saddest man I've ever met in my life.
Divorcee.
Yeah, a young hunk too, like a good-looking guy.
33 years young.
Yeah,
Yep.
in shape, well-dressed, handsome, foreign.
Pilot.
Was he? Yeah.
No, he's not. He was American.
But he had a foreign accent.
He lived in Italy for a bit.
And he sounded
He
Italian.
Scooped up that Italian. No, it was just the slop hog talking by the end of the night.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that kid was American.
He had an
as hell.
Italian accent.
No, not even a little.
Yes, he did.
No, call
yes,
him up.
He
You
did.
got
I
his
do.
number.
I have
You
his number. I'll
little
call
queer.
him up. No, you don't remember leaving Mitzi, so I'm telling you from what I remember distinctly.
Yeah, but
at the time,
I was all the way back online once the pizza.
And then a couple of girls were inviting us to a fake party at a warehouse in the middle of nowhere.
I sniffed that out.
You sniffed that out pretty quick.
No.
I was unsure, and then
listen here, gals. You're gonna have to use more than a smoke screen and an oil slick to get me up.
Yeah, no, you've done your time. You understand. I'm a little skeptical, and then horned up Guido Sarducci was getting over the end of his loving marriage.
He was just eating Indian food.
Yeah,
just
depressed
over.
While his new ex-wife is across the street.
They weren't even divorced yet. He's like, my
They're
hot
separated.
wife's over there about to get plowed by whatever wants a sick, hot, like just voluptuous.
And we're talking.
He's like big tits, black hair, fat ass Italian. she's smoke show wife. I don't know what I'm going to
Yeah.
do. And I was like, listen, pal, that does suck. Which club did you say she was at? Because I'm going to have a word with her.
I will make sure she knows.
Listen, your husband is out there and he looks bummed as hell, and I don't want you to think about that one iota tonight. What are you doing? Huh? Lou Michael, here to fuck. Hey, what's up? You're all the way my type. I would let an Italian woman, oh my God, I would let her yell at me night and day about something. I don't even know what gets them going.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to get them yelling. But if she got going,
if I could
throw a
if
dish
anyone,
at me and then deep throat
fellas
me.
out there, comment. Tell us the secret. How do you get an
Anybody
Italian
that
woman
has
going?
a smoke show Italian wife that
Yeah.
is always breaking dishes because they just can't get it together.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe
just a big hair, chewing gum, screaming in my face.
all of it.
Maybe she shoots me if she gets too mad.
It's always something hilarious. Like, you never take me to dinner, but in Italian. And it's
Yeah.
like, what? They're always eating.
Yeah, they're always eating.
Well, that's
Italian.
probably why because the Italian ladies, there's two roads. It's elegant smoke shows,
Yeah.
or out of control grandma builds, and it's like, and that metamorphosis happens fast.
Yeah.
It goes like, oh yeah, how am I gonna lay down with this Luigi fella?
It all depends on when you catch him.
Is that right? Well,
Yeah, that's what I hear. I made out with an Italian girl when I was 13. So.
Oh yeah, was she 27 and smoking?
Uh,
I don't wanna
she was
say there's
20.
a theme to
She
your
was
foreign-
27, but brother, let me tell you, she looks 45.
Oh hell
So-
yeah. Well, that's all the cigarettes and the plate throwing.
Yeah, that guy was like, we really had to talk him down from a ledge because he was. You got confirmation that the party was fake.
Yeah.
That it was an empty warehouse that they were going to trick us into going into.
Yeah.
And
Well, dude, I plain clothes Columbo'd it, where she was looking at us.
You see, I'm a little confused.
So you're a college girl. Your boobs.
I got my directions all mixed
You're
up.
very your done up B cups are out, and that's great. Love that for the world. Good for you. You got a powder blue blouse on. I love that. If I had a wife, she would love it.
No, my wife at home.
here's-
My wife loves that.
Here's the
very
thing.
thing.
Here's the thing. My friend here is so goddamn horny. You can smell it on him. I can smell it on him. That's why you're going to send him to a warehouse on the other side of town, as far away from campus, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I think. Hey, one more thing. How did you know I was 33? I have a brother your age. I was like, all right, yeah, that hurts. Okay.
Well, brother, that one never makes sense to me.
Oh, it made all kinds of sense.
When you say your age and somebody goes, "Oh my gosh, you're the same age as my brother,"
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
what does
like-
that even mean?
it's like, whoa,
That could mean anything.
Same age as your stepbrother? Anything could happen.
Oh.
Yikes.
But like that means nothing age-wise. That could be a year
yeah,
older.
I
than,
didn't.
It's
I
like-
was like, I don't know what the fuck you're. I was like, listen, ma'am, my sweet Asian panda back there and me have just completed a bang bang.
Sausage
we
panda.
could not get erect to
No,
save
I
our
was
lives
so
to
upset
fuck.
as you guys were talking to them about this fake party. I was like, Louis. I was like quietly going, "Look, Louis, I can't go anywhere.
I know.
I just had this grilled cheese. I need to shit and sleep.
Yeah,
Those are the next two things I need to do."
I knew.
And then but then after we got confirmation, this Italian guy, he's just going like, "Okay, but maybe there is still a party."
All right, we're hearing two different dudes in our brains because I swear he didn't sound.
He 100% had an
I
accent.
don't know, dude. You were hovering over a chi.
But I listened to every word he said.
Yeah, and then your brain hilariously whopped it up. Because the minute he brought up his Italian wife, you're like, God,
No,
fucking.
I knew he was foreign before he even brought up his Italian wife.
He literally
when he was
just-
talking to us about comedy, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm friends with Tommy Pope."
That's
I
not at
heard
all
it.
how he sounded.
That is 100% how he
Call
sounded.
him up right the fuck now. And then
God
when he
damn it,
says
dude.
hello, put it on speaker. Call
I don't
him up.
remember his name. I have his full name in my contacts. He put his
Did you call
first
his
and
number?
last name.
That's so funny.
Oh wait, yeah, I did text the number.
Yeah, this is insane. You just got to call him, get him to say hello on air. That's all we need to do.
Yeah, I texted him. This is Johnny Mockney from the grilled cheese place.
All right. All right, pal.
Okay, his first name's Marco. That's not a
There's
American.
tons of fucking Marcos.
This is
in
his
this
first and last name.
All right, so his name's Marco Ravioli. Call him up.
Oh, come on, dude.
Dude.
I don't want to.
All right, I'll call him. I don't give a shit.
All right.
All right, put it on speaker.
Your call has been forwarded.
Damn it.
Wait.
The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
Damn it.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Marco, real quick. This is Johnny Mockney from the Grilled Cheese Place. My friend Louie and I were arguing over whether or not you have an accent. So if you could let us know. I remember you distinctly having an accent. He thought you just had a purely American accent, and I think he's wrong. So please prove him wrong. Thank you so much, Marco. Hope you're doing great, and bye-bye.
All right.
We'll find out. We'll update everybody.
Something tells me he's going to call back in the next 10 minutes.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get a voicemail like that, depressed as fuck. He's pulling the gun out of his mouth right now. Being like,
Oh, no.
the sweet boys.
The
They're
Sweet
back.
Boys. Yeah, you did an accent.
You're saving my life again.
Mamma mia, my life is saved.
I will live. Yeah. Yeah.
No, we had to keep telling him. We're like, there's no real party there.
Yeah, he was like,
And he
no,
was
I'm
like-
going to go check it out.
he was
I'm like,
like,
you're going to end up at a warehouse
Maybe
at 4 a.m.
Maybe where they said there is the fake party, there is actually a real party by
Yeah.
coincidence. I'm like, no, don't.
No.
Go home.
I've never party checked.
We're like,
somebody.
Jake, it's Chinatown.
Yeah. Well, I was like, buddy, it's 3 a.m. You just crushed tandoori chicken.
Yeah.
Like, you're not
You're in no
closing.
shape to go
You're
anywhere.
not closing.
You're not
buddy.
closing here.
You're not closing. Once you start eating, once you start smashing food,
Yeah.
you're not closing.
You've committed to it being the end of
yeah.
the night.
Yeah.
You've committed to having no more activities
yeah,
after
go
that.
to it's go to bed, man.
Yeah.
It's what's the what's his name? John, the like jack off movie with the kid who plays he's supposed to be like the new Batman, but he's Robin in the Dark Knight series. And not NPH. He's got one of them 3-letter. Everybody calls him.
Not Neil Patrick Harris.
Not Neil Patrick.
What
Harris.
is he in? Oh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
JGL.
JGL.
in what's the movie all about him like hooking up and then having
Don John.
Don John. Yeah. Don John calls it when you start eating pizza, you're not closing. dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember that.
So Don John.
I think when I watched that movie, I was a 12-year-old virgin and I didn't
Dude,
understand.
whacking off and fucking looks so cool.
Yeah. I can't wait to be old enough to whack off.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be like Don
Oh,
John.
Let me tell you, once I'm able to whack off like my hero Don John
Yeah, that'd be
from
so
the
funny.
film Don John.
Just whacking all the way. Dude, that Uber ride home was hilarious, too. I was like, we kept praying for a Wii by the end of it.
Yeah, also I opened the wrong door first
Yeah,
to like
that was
another
pretty
guy's car.
Yep, yep.
That was
So,
crazy.
I think point for me, him not having a fucking accent.
Yeah. No. All right. No, but it was a car that perfectly matched the description, and it had pulled up right on time, right when it said it arrived. I don't think I was being crazy.
Pushback on that. I didn't see your fucking.
Our
phone.
actual car was across the
Yeah,
street.
your
too.
car was full of 10 college girls, and you went, Johnny Wan, Johnny Wan now.
I simply went up to the
Dude,
door, opened it, and went.
You're like the T-Rex in Lost World. I'm like, he's eaten, he's watered, and now he needs to get home. Johnny's on the hunt.
I was
Juice
like, I
tastes
know I
like-
just had 2 grilled cheeses, but I am on a second win, baby.
I could lay back for you. Do it Texas style.
It's Texas style.
Texas style is where you
Because
eat
everyone's so fat.
half a brisket, and then you have a young lady who hasn't given up on salads yet crawl on top of your sweaty oil-bearing body and just fuck you until you come.
Wow.
And
I
they
think you're
think
just
about the
you're
money.
describing our favorite door guy right now.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut all the way up!
Our favorite wheel-bearing door guy.
Oh.
Oh, we can't
Oh,
get
man.
into that.
No empty space.
Oh, dude, I love guys that are
Looks like
so fat.
one of those storage units. You just open it up. There's not one spot. If you put one more Pez dispenser in the storage unit, it would just slop down.
When somebody's so fat that their cheeks are elevator doors closing on their mouth, just when their mouth has to be open at all times because their lips are being
It's the
pressed in
only
opposite
hole that
directions.
is allowing air in.
Yeah. Those
Yeah.
nostrils closed up years ago, baby.
Yeah.
Those nostrils aren't getting anything.
Yeah. So you do it Texas style.
Yeah.
They're up there. They're eating cherry tomatoes, going, "I'm gonna be on the Dallas Cowboys cheer squad." Like,
Yeah.
oh, you're gonna be delivering your third set of triplets in your late 20s, going, "I don't even feel them anymore. I don't even feel 'em."
So who do you think shot JD? That's the whole conversation.
Their names are Wad Dub Burger, cause that's where they fell out of my pussy. I had to put a pause on the riff to get this merge done. Still got it.
Still didn't get annoyed.
Wad Dub Burger.
This is my oldest, Ruby D.
Well, these are the first set of twins in and out. And then their biblical older brother, Jacob, who we actually made with love. Oh, boy. Did you yawn there?
Yeah.
No,
The stillborn child's name was Jack in the Box.
You don't name a stillborn.
Yeah. He got stuck in the box.
Stuck in the box. There you go. That's pretty good.
You might have already named a stillborn before it was born. You know?
Well, yeah, but his name was Carl's Jr. The family took it really hardy. I got puns. I'm tired of, dude. I almost want to tell the best joke I've ever written.
Then the Italian dad goes, "Wendy's pain going to be over?"
Uh,
That was a stretch.
It was,
I gotta
all
figure
right.
out what else. What else
You're all
is left?
Fazoli over the place. Whew, God damn. We can do whatever we want. It's a bonus app.
Yeah, we can
Coming
end
out
now
on a
if we want.
Saturday.
We can be over.
We can be under. It's Texas style, baby.
Sun's going down.
Be like, don't you call that
Listen here, buddy.
cowgirl? I'm like, not when it's done in Texas. More of a bull ride.
It's called Texas Grab 'em.
Not to be confused with Texas Hold'em, which isn't a card game down here, but how the homeless ask for money. Oh my goodness. That one lady that was like knocking on the glass of the car, and just I could see it on her. I was like, man, if we get out, this is gonna be a scrap. She's got demon strength on her. Like, yep.
I heard that in Texas, a hoedown is actually what you say it is when you punch your wife.
Austin PD shows up for another hoedown.
We got a hoedown. Are bees present around here? There's an Arby's.
You riffing on
Yeah.
riffing on the skyline right now? How dare you? Oh boy.
I'm trying to avoid my ex on the other side of the road.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That was literally-
Johnny's losing it. He hasn't done 1 minute of driving yet today.
I offered
know,
to take
it's
the
not-
wheel
It's
for
not
this.
that. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just like, don't blow your load on waiting here. Oh boy.
You can go car crazy just from being a passenger.
That's
true. I've learned this. I've learned this today. I learned this the first 7 hours of our drive down there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, we're under 8 hours left. We have less than a work shift left.
Not bad.
It's
We're
not bad at
third
all.
shift in the drive home.
Hell yeah. Do you think we're going to make it all the way?
I don't know. It has us getting there at 4 a.m. now, which seems reckless.
Yeah.
Because even if we got there at 4 a.m., we'd be such zombies
Yeah.
that it wouldn't feel good and the day would be fucked anyways.
Yeah.
So,
Fair
know.
assessment.
I don't know.
All possible. I mean, we can sleep in. You got anything planned in the morning?
What, Wednesday? No. Wednesday, Thursday are a wash. Friday, I'll try and get back on my feet.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, doing some butt plugs for the bonus app. I'm doing a show in Hastings at the Riverboat in Hastings, Michigan. I think I'm headlining the late show. I have no idea. I'm headlining one of the two shows. I think I have Carl Sobel, Pete Sender, and then Gunnar Whitley.
Gunnar Whitley. I missed the GR crew. I haven't seen a lot of those guys in a while.
GR crew rules, man.
Yeah.
Love that crew.
GR, have more shows. There's not enough shows out there. There's not enough stuff to do. Don't let Detroit corner the market.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, come on.
I'm a
Simon,
little child
Carl,
porn. I'm a little child between the two of you, and you're both patting your knees, and I'm just looking back and forth and Lansing, not sure which way to go.
That's the Lansing scene for you. You just go back and forth like a dog that
Yeah.
loves both owners.
That's me.
I'll go wherever the fucking comedy.
But
Lansing,
plugs.
we're little comedy whores. We'll go wherever the mics take.
If you want to be on the other side of the state, if you happen to be over there, Saturday I'm headlining Weird Bird, the record shop in Ypsilanti. And
Dude, Hastings and Ipsy, look at us.
I have, say it with me, too many openers. So I'll be doing like 30 minutes. And then
more,
the
more
next
like
stop.
Quipsilanti. Too many people telling jokes on that show.
I was trying to read that sign. Yeah, Quipsland is pretty good. I'm surprised they haven't started a terrible open mic with that name. yet.
Not too late.
Not too late. Do it.
Sure, he's Tommy cooking on it.
Tommy, cook it up.
Cooking it up, baby. All right, big dog shout-outs on the bonus episode. I'm going to give big dog shout-out to Luke Stam and JJ and Nat for being some pretty cool dudes we met in our adventures in Austin. Some of the bigger dog shout-outs you'll see later. Don't want to spoil nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then big dog shout-out to Genevieve Clinton.
Genevieve.
Jen, you're crushing it.
Our
I
hero.
couldn't be more happy and proud of you. Watching her absolutely
Demolish.
slaughter.
Yeah.
Like, it
At
had been a
Velveeta Room.
while since I'd seen live comedy.
That was
in
like that electric.
capacity. Yeah, it was like,
yeah.
holy shit,
I
dude.
agree.
The Velveeta Room, I think it was a 10 p.m. show.
Yeah.
Genevieve murdered for
And she was
10
right
minutes.
before you and me.
Yeah.
And we were
Yeah.
terrified.
I legitimately was like, this is going to be one of the hardest follows, I think.
But
of
it's
my
nice
life.
to get buried by your good friend.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And luckily, wasn't buried.
Yeah.
Grabbed the
And
energy and ran
Jen,
with it.
thanks for teaching us racquetball as well.
Yeah, that was cool.
great
Also,
time.
we totally can't say thank you for anything else, but in other inconspicuous news, being on the Mothership open mic a few times was pretty fucking rad.
Yep, that
And,
was nice.
Getting into mid-seas.
Getting
and,
into mid-seas was great.
So any Illuminati adjacent people that got us in there, fucking cool.
Yeah.
Sam, thanks for helping Johnny out there. You're dead to me. I don't respect you, and I think your book is kind of trite.
Big dog shout-outs from me. Dedrick Flynn, who followed me on Secret Show. I brought him up. We closed it out basically together.
Gruesome twosome.
Gruesome twosomed it, and then saw him again at the open mic. And awesome guy. He was very supportive and cool. And then Jordan, whose last name I can't find at the moment. But
Oh yeah, Jordan ruled.
Jordan
man.
rocks. Yeah, I love him.
him.
Jordan J.
Yeah, Jordan J, man.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
cool.
Actually, shout out to all the door guys at Sunset. There was
Yeah.
a lot of cool door guys.
Awesome
at
door
Sunset.
guys at Sunset.
Yeah, I met a kid named Mikey who was cool. Was it? Not Rolando. God damn it. I'm blanking on his name. He had a great set on Kill Tony a couple weeks ago.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I forget the name.
No, and honestly, I don't know anybody we actually met and like got to chopping it up with.
Yeah,
was
we
good
chopped
people.
it up with a lot of people.
Yeah, so
Yeah, if we didn't mention you, we're not forgetting about you.
yeah, shout out Pizza Box crew, you guys.
Pizza
are
Box
doing great.
boys.
Pizza Box
Yeah.
boys. I think that's
Enrique, my boy,
Enrique.
love you.
Let's see.
Um,
shout out Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad.
Burn.
God.
Love you guys.
Shout out God.
Yeah, God's doing all right.
God, for you've done.
Dummy gunners, get Ian and Roach. CCP card holders, we're going to go with Don't. We're going to go with Ian. We're going to go with Roach. We're going to go with Lukey Nesbitt, Adam Lebo. We're going to go with Rashab. And then, come on, who's the last one? No, it's 5, right? Nope. It's one more.
Did we miss somebody?
Yeah. It was Lukey Nesbitt. Hang on.
You mentioned Luke.
Okay.
Luke, Rashab,
Don't and the Dummy Gunner.
Yep.
Don't Dummy Gunners. Oh,
Luke,
yeah,
Rashab.
Luke,
That's all.
Adam, and Shab. All right.
All right.
Pretty sick.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in for this bonus episode.
Bonus ep,
if you didn't like it, it's a bonus. Don't listen to it.
You
Who
didn't
cares?
have to listen. It's a bonus.
It's really on you for listening.
Yeah. However, I took a couple swings. I think I cracked some in the park home runs on some of these riffs.
Yeah, you did.
I said blacks.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah,
you said a couple other words
crazy.
too.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the Austin on me. I gotta go home and shower some of that off.
Yeah. Yep. Tune in next week. This will be Oops All Slurs.
Well, no, this trip very influential, and it's gonna have me thanking
a lot.